President Trump is cracking down with a full court press on left-wing sanctuary cities. It's absolutely amazing. We're going to take a look at the tsunami of action that Trump is taking against sanctuary cities and why we can expect that things are only going to get worse for liberal globalists. You're going to love it. Greetings, everyone. It's wonderful to be with you as always. A very happy Saturday to each and every one of you. If you haven't already done so, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. It'll be an absolute privilege to have you as a regular part of this channel as we analyze current events in light of super awesome conservative trends so you can live in the present in light of even better things to come. You'll think better and you'll feel better, right? Before we begin, I want to make this channel even better for you. My team and I want to know how we can serve you better and help you in your journey as excited and optimistic conservatives. And we want to get your input on that. So if you click on the link below, you'll see a survey that just takes a couple of minutes to fill out. But that's going to be so valuable for us in learning how we can better serve you and make this channel even better. And if you participate, we're hoping to send you a little gift your way as a token of our appreciation. And lastly, let's give a huge shout out to the sponsor of this video, and that's the one and the only Bill O'Reilly, formerly of Fox News. Now, Bill has made millions investing over the years, and he wants to share with you his secrets on how he does it. So watch the free presentation at wealthwithbill.com. That's wealthwithbill.com, and discover how Bill O'Reilly plans to help you achieve a seven-figure net worth. Lucky participants are even going to receive a free hardcover book of Bill's The United States of Trump. So don't wait. Click on the link below. Check out what Bill has in store for you. You'll be glad that you did. All right, so let's dive right in here. President Trump is going after sanctuary cities and states full throttle. I mean, he's leaving no prisoners behind on this. Now, let's take a look at the latest developments going on because I think they are actually very, very impressive. First, it's just been announced that the Trump administration is deploying law enforcement tactical units from the southern border as part of this massive arrest operation in sanctuary cities across the nation, which the New York Times is calling a full-blown escalation of the president's battle against localities that are refusing to enforce the law with regard to illegal immigration. The Times is reporting that the specially trained officers are being sent to cities like Chicago and New York to boost the law enforcement power of local immigration custom enforcement officers, while additional agents are being sent to San Francisco, of course, LA, Atlanta, Houston, Boston, New Orleans, Detroit. Now, again, just to be clear, this is all in response to mayors and governors, all left-wing, all liberal globalist progressives, who have refused to hand over illegal immigrants to federal authorities. And so President Trump is sending federal forces to these cities to do that job themselves, okay? Now, this is all coming on the heels of a series of moves by the Justice Department. Now, you may have heard of this. The Justice Department announced that they're taking legal action against local and state governments across the country over their sanctuary city policies. Specifically, the Justice Department is suing California, New Jersey. I believe they're taking on New York as well. In fact, you may have heard about this. It's amazing. The Trump administration is cracking down specifically on New York. The Department of Homeland Security suspended New York's ability to enroll in what's called global entry and trusted travel programs, which you probably know allow you to bypass the long airport security screening lines. Because of their ultra left-wing nut of a Governor Cuomo, New Yorkers are no longer allowed to apply for the program because the governor's policies are rightly being considered a national security risk by our federal government. Now, it's not just administrative maneuvers that Trump is employing here. Trump also hosted a summit that featured the families of murder victims who were killed by illegal aliens. Again, gang, this is what makes Trump so unbelievably amazing. He's not just a policy wonk. He's not just interested in creating these administrative apparatuses to deal with an issue. Instead, he brings out the human side of things, the personal stories, the tragedies, the outrage that serve to inflate the emotional ethos behind Trump's policies. So when the left runs around screaming that Trump is this racist, nativist, xenophobe, and all that crap, Trump counters that by bringing out the victims, the families of murdered victims who were killed at the hands of illegal immigrants. And the latest involved just this heart-wrenching testimony of the granddaughter of a 92-year-old woman who was raped and murdered by an illegal immigrant in New York. And not to make light of the tragedy here, but the optics of this were stunning. Here you have a granddaughter who is Hispanic, okay? She's Latina. Her grandmother, the victim, was also Hispanic, and this granddaughter is tearfully recounting how her grandmother would still be alive today if Governor Cuomo had simply enforced immigration law. In other words, left-wing liberalism basically killed her grandmother. This rabid leftist globalist ideology contributed inordinately to the death of her grandmother. The optics of this were so amazing here because you have Trump comforting this Hispanic granddaughter, showing that he wants to save the lives of people just like her, which completely implodes the leftist liberal accusation that he's a xenophobic racist. America First nationalism involves protecting citizens, including immigrants who are here legally, like my wife, for example. So the optics here couldn't be more powerful. And on top of all that, you may have heard that Trump, in addition to all this, is reappropriating nearly $4 billion in military spending to the building of the wall. They plan on building another 200 miles of wall with that appropriation. And you should hear the Democrats screaming and shrieking over this, but there's nothing they can do about it. Trump's getting his wall. There will be hundreds and hundreds of miles of wall built by the time of the election in November, and he's going to go down in history as one of the few presidents that actually kept his promises. He did precisely what he promised to do on the campaign trail, and all of this really is just par for the course in this massive turn to the right that we're seeing going on all over the nation. The media melted down when they found out that polls showed that 80% of the public opposed sanctuary cities. Americans want immigration laws enforced, and nothing is more powerful in creating a surge in such border security sentiments than showcasing the victims of illegal immigration crime. And the surge in support for border enforcement, of course, is just part of the larger worldwide trends going on all over the world. We've talked about this a number of times in other videos. 2016 was a year designated by one publication as the year of the wall. And it's because we found that walls were going up all over the world, not coming down. And like with the videos we've done on the coronavirus, nation after nation after nation are closing their borders, since protecting populations at local levels from things like worldwide pandemics or illegal immigration is precisely the reason why we have borders in the first place. So President Trump is really riding a wave here. And the left-wing globalist liberals who are trying desperately to cling onto the whole notion of open borders are increasingly finding that their days of political rule and influence are coming to an end. Now, before you go, we just uploaded a video on the latest controversy with Scandinavian Airlines. If you haven't heard about this, it's going to absolutely make your day in terms of the backlash against these corporate globalist liberals who asserted that Scandinavians have no culture. You're going to absolutely love it. So make sure to click on the link and I'll see you over there. God bless.